Hi, this is John Beehner. Welcome to the Wise Counsel's Good News 316 show. Yes, good news. Can you believe it? Hey, you got the media out there feeding you all kinds of bad stuff, all the evil, shocking things they can think of or they can find to make it seem like a terrible world. You know, but that's the neat thing about God. He's created each of us, and He has a story that He's unfolding in each of our lives. Yes, He can use bad and turn it into good, and He does so often. So we're not about telling you all the bad news. You get enough of that. We're telling you the good news of what God's doing in people's lives, whether you know Him or not. He can use all kinds of people and does, again, to produce a better world. That's what we're all about. So follow your heart. That's the theme of today's show. Follow your heart for true success. God has a plan for every one of us, you know, whether we know Him personally or not. I love the story of Blake McCoskey. Again, a great example of a business called cause marketing, where you really help people buy the products you serve them with. And what Blake did was very unique. He went down to Argentina, really kind of on a getaway trip, and he learned and discovered these kids that didn't have shoes. And now it's a full $100 million company. Every shoe that someone buys in America, there's someone in another foreign country that's getting a pair for free or for less or personally fit for them. So it's a great story to share. It's a great example of what God can do in a man's life and create a whole business. And He really uses the biblical concepts to understand how to run a business. Let's watch this video. I think you'll be inspired by it.
I mean, when I went down to Argentina, the idea was to play polo, drink some red wine, have some fun, clear my mind. Where the polo farms are in Argentina are also very close in proximity to a lot of very impoverished villages and areas where people are living on, the bare minimum. And it didn't take long before I became kind of curious as to why these people, didn't have the modern or normal conveniences that, we grew up having in the United States. And I thought it was so interesting that they were doing a shoe drive, meaning that no one had shoes, and that they were having to go get old shoes and get people to donate shoes. And when I heard about this, I said, well, I want to go see this. I saw lots of kids that had, shoes that were totally tattered, too big, too small, no shoes at all, walking around. And when I saw that, and I saw that all they were doing is trying to go around Buenos Aires and be able to collect old, nasty shoes to give them, I really didn't think that was a good solution. And that's when I came up with the idea of Tom's. What if I started a shoe company, and every time I sold a pair of shoes, I gave a pair away? And that way, as long as I continue to keep selling shoes, these kids will have shoes for the rest of their life. And so we called it the Shoes for Tomorrow Project. I remember I was flying back on the plane from Argentina with that idea and deciding if I was going to come back and do Tom's, and it was like there was only one real option for me. How could I look back and say I met these kids that didn't have shoes and I had an opportunity to help them and I didn't do it? I just started asking lots of questions, went to a lot of people who made like literally alpargatas in their garage, and and started asking questions. And I remember they all thought I was crazy when I told them I was going to sell the alpargata in the United States. They're like, no one is going to buy this. You have Nike, you have Reebok, you have all these amazing companies. Why would you want to buy an alpargata? And I made 250 pairs because that was how many kids were in the village. And I put them in 3 duffel bags and I went back to the United States. Next thing I know, on the cover of the calendar section is Da Vinci Code and Tom shoes. Before 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we had sold 2,200 pairs on our website, and I only had 120 in my apartment. But I knew what I had to do. I had to go back to Argentina and make some shoes. We were so excited that we had sold the 10,000 pairs of shoes. Now's the time to go back to Argentina and make good on our promise that every pair we sell, we're going to give one away. Now, a lot of people think that when you say a shoe drop, that means you're just dropping off the shoes. But that's not the case. We actually hand place every single shoe on the children's feet. And that's so important. It's a huge part of our brand, because that connection that you have with that child, it not only gives them a shoe and gives them a great feeling of love and warmth and experience, but it also gives back to us. And that is really what has caused the employees of Tom's and our volunteers and our interns that want to work so hard, is they have that experience where they give away their shoes, and that changes your life. And it changed my life. I mean, when I came back from the shoe drop, I basically said, this is it. I'm investing all my money, all my time, all my energy in Tom's, and I'm going to build this into one of the most successful, profitable, and charitable shoe companies in the world. So literally, in less than a year, we've gone from 4 interns and myself, working out of my apartment, to 8,000 square feet of office space, professional warehousing systems, some of the best, shoe designers, shoe salespeople in the industry, and we're going to give away 200,000 pairs of shoes this year. In a sense, by creating a one-for-one model with Tom's, we have created our never-going-away benefactor. That's the reason why I spend as much time hiring great people in the fashion and shoe world, and that's why we have to charge a premium for our shoes so we can have this money, because if we don't design great shoes, we can't continue on our promise. So that's another reason why it has to be a for-profit business.
Blake McCoskey is an incredible story. Again, a company up to $400 million in just, 12 years? That's an amazing story, but it's really about giving. It's really the golden rule. We could talk more about that than we will in other shows. It's God's principles at work. That's what actually works in our lives. If we get off to the wrong track, we're going to be hurting somehow, somewhere, at some point in time. So you might want to know more about what we do. Ask Wise Counsel is our website. Again, we're starting a university program, Wise Counsel University, where we're going to train people to be mentor, coaches, and leaders of peer advisory groups, because we do that as so much in our business. But we want to inspire you and help you in any way. If you want to know more about what we do and learn more about the Wise Counsel University coming up soon, just email us and check it out on our website, askwisecounsel.com. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you again soon at the next show on Good News, Wise Counsel's Good News 316 show. See you then.